For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen. The high school soccer season opens up this week, and it's expected to be another big year for the Lexington Minutemen. Lexington begins the season ranked second in the Class B preseason polls, and head coach Joel Lemus is once again excited for this spring.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. I think that some pieces are starting to come together. I think I'm also excited because we've seen really strong effort from a good core group of guys for months now. I'm excited because we get to play three games here this weekend at the varsity level, and we have some younger guys, a few new arrivals. I mean, like as far as they've been at the high school but just haven't played, and they're joining our squad this year as upperclassmen. And then we also have, I think, a pretty strong freshman class that's very competitive, that's used to winning, and that are challenging, I think, our older boys, which is what you want in a program. You know, if iron sharpens iron, you want to be able to say that nobody's really 100% always comfortable in their spot. Like, I got to keep working if I want to maintain this starting position. So that's why I'm excited. I think that that's already happening, even though we haven't even played our first game yet.
Well, you were a pretty young team last year, but you had a lot of success. Talk about some of the guys you're going to lean on early.
So Alex Perez, leading goal scorer for us. Fernando Casillas, he's kind of our assist guy, but has scored a lot of goals last year. Alejandro Cruz has played defense for us, may play there, may play in the midfield this year on the outside. And then Willander Hernandez, who name hasn't been brought up a lot because the last 2 years he's hurt both of his ACLs. But he looks healthy. He just committed verbally to Iowa Western along with Fernando Casillas. And so Willander really hasn't had his time to shine because of his injuries, but he's a really good player. And I'm hoping, I want him to do well, but my goal is, can we keep him healthy this year? So these guys each have a lot to prove, I think. You know, Fernando and Alex, as kind of this is their last year. They've already proven that they're great players and that they, on the stat sheet. Alejandro plays on the defense, and so he doesn't have a lot of stats, so he doesn't show up on the newspaper, but he's just a kid who's solid. He's always there. He's been consistently injury-free. He's readily available as kind of a utility guy, can play in different spots. And like I said, Willander, he's a kid who can score goals, is quick, is fast, is aggressive. But unfortunately, injuries have let him down the last couple of years. And I know that this year he's looking for, this is my chance now.
How about this opening slate to begin the season? You are certainly challenging your guys with this opening weekend.
Well, it's going to be a good opening assessment of what we have. The boys look good playing each other. But, how will you compete now when it's against guys you don't know? We try to go, we try to have intensity during practice, but it's a little bit different now when the other guys are from another school, they're wearing a different uniform, and they're trying to beat Lex just like we're trying to beat them, to open up with the four-time returning state champs in Class B. They have our number. We're trying to turn the tide there. Gretna, who's an elite Class A school, and Omaha West Side, who was in the state final 2 years ago. I want to be 3-0, but if we're 0-3, and I'm more worried about, I want to win. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more worried about what can we gather from this weekend that'll help propel us for the rest of the season. What are some things that we're missing, and what are some bright spots? So there's gonna be a good core of freshmen that are gonna get a chance to travel. And I told them, I'm like, you're not going up there to hang out and have a good time. You want to be getting in the game. And I told them, I'm not scared to play a freshman. There's no seniority. It's whoever I think is competing is going to give us the best shot. You're going to play whether you're 14 or you're 18. It doesn't matter to me.
That was Lexington soccer coach Joel Lemus. Certainly a tough start to the year for the Minutemen taking on Scott, and then they'll battle Class A West Side and then finish up against Gretna. So a very, very tough three-game stretch to begin the season. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen.